Welcome to AP Calculus. My name is Ms. Dickman, and if you're watching this, then that means that I have your student in my calculus class. I just want to give you a little bit of background about what we have been studying so far this school year. So I grade by targets, and I also teach by learning targets. So far this school year, we have covered target 2A through 3C. Right now we are working on using the rules of differentiation to evaluate derivatives. That means I also test by targets. So in the grade book, you will usually see a quiz for each target, and you will see a summative exam for each target. And we'll talk a little bit more about how I grade in a little bit. But what's nice about the learning targets is that if a student needs to retake a test or something, they only have to retake the target that they did not do well on. They don't have to retake the whole entire test. All right, my grading policy is the same policy that is offered by Norfolk Senior High. 85% of your grade is summative, which are, for me, test and major projects. 15% of the grade is formative, which are quizzes, homework, and minor projects. And then 0% is my daily practice. And they submit homework to the Google Classroom, but they don't necessarily count towards their daily grade. However, if they want to retake a test, then before retaking any test. My classroom procedures, we post everything to Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, if they miss school, they can find the notes that we took that day in class. They can find their assignments that were assigned. They can also find links possibly to like helpful videos or other things that we discussed in class. We use a program called Delta Math once in a while to complete homework, and what's nice about Delta Math is it is immediate feedback for them, and it just tells them whether or not they got something right or wrong. This class is offered as a dual credit class to Nebraska Wesleyan, so some students are taking it for dual credit, however some students are not. So we do follow the guidelines that Nebraska Wesleyan wants us to follow as far as what I'm teaching. And sometimes I am using test questions that they want us to use. Students can also elect to take the AP test to get AP credit, and they do that through AP Central. I am available for help before school or after school or during ELO, or also sometimes I will have students come in during first period, which is my plan time, or fifth period, which is my lunch, to get extra help if they want it, or if they need to study for a test or something. They're more than welcome to come in at any time. I want to talk about our retake policy. The retake policy is students have 2 weeks from when I hand back the assessment to retake the test. A student does not have to fail the test to retake it. In AP Calc, I have a lot of students that maybe got an 88 and they want to retake the test to try for a 100, and that is perfectly fine. They still have to follow the retake policy, which means that they have to have all their assigned work completed prior to the retake, and it has to be handed into Google Classroom. The students have to fill out a reassessment ticket and come in outside of class to make any test corrections and possibly complete a review assignment. What we look at is what they missed on their tests, and if it is something major, then I might have them do a review assignment before they retake. And if it was just like a little tiny mistake that they really know how to do, but they just maybe messed up that day, then sometimes I do not have them do a review. The higher grade is recorded, so it's not like hurting them if they choose to retake the test. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is sandydickman@npsne.org, or you can join my Zoom meeting, and I will be glad to talk with you about your student.